What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about how I made $3,599 with TikTok, and we're going to go through a full training on how you can make money on the app as well. Guys, I'm really excited about this one. Hope you are too. Let's do it. All right, guys, let's jump straight into this video. This is a video that's probably a little overdue, and I think it might be the most valuable video that I could put out right now. I've had so much success with TikTok. It has been incredible for my online business, for me financially, and so many other ways. So I'm excited to share some of the things that I've learned with you guys. One of the reasons I wanted to make this video. At this point, I believe I've posted 2 videos that are strictly about TikTok, and I've addressed it in 2 or 3 other videos. And I realized I had a lot of information that was just spread out. So I wanted to bring it all together. I wanted to show you some of the results I was getting and strategize with you guys of how you can use TikTok for your business, or if you're just getting started, how you can use TikTok to make money. So you know this, I at this point do not, but this will probably end up being one of the longest videos I've done, but I think it's really necessary to bring all this information together and to give you guys a lot of value. So in just a second, I'm going to read the table of contents. Actually, you'll see these down in the description, so you can go to exactly what you need in this full training. But before I go any farther, if you guys will do me the favor, please hit the like button on this video. This video is going to take me a while to make. I'm putting a lot of time and energy into it. So if you can do me the favor, me the blessing of hitting that like button, it helps the YouTube algorithm and allows me to produce more content for you guys. Also, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell notification. If you haven't met me before, my name is Jake. The purpose of this channel is to help Christians achieve financial freedom so they can more effectively fulfill the mission to which God has called them. So if you're interested in learning about financial freedom, please do consider subscribing. So let's get started by jumping into this table of contents so I can tell you guys what we're going to be covering in this video. The first thing I want to hit is my qualifications. Who am I to talk about making money on TikTok? There are probably hundreds, if not thousands, of videos that you could find here on YouTube that talk about how to make money with TikTok. And most of them are saying it the exact same way. I think I have some unique qualifications in spite of the fact that I don't have as many followers as some, but I'm going to get into that in just a minute. So we're going to talk about my qualifications and why I think I have some value that I can give to you when it comes to your online business and TikTok. The second thing I want to hit is what is TikTok and why should you use it? Just in case you're unfamiliar with it, we'll give a quick definition or explanation of what the app is. And if you already have an online business, I'm going to try to convince you why you should undeniably be on it. There is literally no reason if you are running an online business that you should not be on this platform while it is as hot as it is right now. The next thing I want to hit is how to actually make money with TikTok. Like I said, there are a lot of people, and I've watched a lot of these videos that say you can make money with TikTok, and they usually say the same message, but I've been testing some things that I've had success with, so I want to share those with you. The next thing we're going to hit is the actual TikTok algorithm, because the goal on TikTok is to get your content in front of as many eyes as possible. So we're going to talk about the algorithm so you know what they're looking for so that they will promote your videos to more and more people. If you don't understand the algorithm, you're probably not going to produce good content unless you get lucky, which does happen. Next thing I want to look through are some of the videos that I have specifically posted. And the reason I want to do this is because you and I probably aren't the same. Like, you and I probably don't need to implement the exact same strategies. But what I want to do is walk through the different stages of my TikTok, the stuff that's worked well, the stuff that hasn't worked, my thought process behind different videos. And hopefully, as we're doing that, it helps you strategize about how you can best implement yourself, your personality, your characteristics, and your brand into your TikTok. So hopefully you hearing some of my thoughts and my background and my wins and my losses, what's worked and what hadn't, will help you strategize for your account. And finally, I'm going to end with a few takeaways, some final points that I'm going to give you that will hopefully be helpful for your business and for using the platform. So first things first, what qualifies me to talk to you and train you when it comes to TikTok? Now you'll notice if you go look at my my page, it's at Jake the 3, so JAKETHE, and then the letter number 3, at Jake the 3. If you go there and look at it right now, you'll notice that I think right now I have 8,000 followers, which is good, but it's not crazy. It's not these 100,000 or a million, nowhere close to that. So maybe you think, do I really have the right to talk about this? So let me talk a little bit about my qualifications and why I think I have some value I can share with you about the app. when it comes to hashtags, I have, I think, 5 to 10 videos where I am in the top 9 on hashtags. Hashtags like make money online, online business, ClickFunnels, work from home, earn money online, online jobs, and a few others that I have to go back and look at. But at the time of this video, I am in the top 9 on most of those hashtags, which is a big deal because when you push those, my video is one of the first that come up. Another thing that's important to note, and this is just the reality of the platform, typically the people who get views, the people who blow up, who get popular, who go viral, are attractive, super funny, already popular, or creating incredibly high quality content. That's usually what's going to go popular. I am none of those 4 things. I'm not super funny. I'm not super attractive. I'm not already popular. And my content isn't crazy. But in spite of the fact that I don't have any of those 4 things, I've had, I believe, like 10 to 15 videos have over 10,000 views, with my highest video having 82,000 views and the other one 93,000 views. So in spite of not having those 4 things, I've still had some videos that have performed very well through trial and error. Not only that, I've also almost completely grown my YouTube channel off my TikTok. At the time of this video, I believe my YouTube subscribers are about 1,000, like 1.15 thousand subscribers, and probably between 30 to 40% of that came from the TikTok platform, which was my original goal when I got on the platform. Not only that, and I think this is actually one of the most unique things about me with TikTok. A lot of people, and we'll talk about this in just a minute, but a lot of people are pulling their clients, their community from TikTok and selling somewhere else and doing affiliate marketing somewhere else, trying to get them to another place to make money. For me, I've actually made that $3,599 directly from the platform. Now, there are others who have done this, but not many. Most are finding other ways to make money with TikTok. So in just a minute, I'll show you guys my computer screen so I can actually show you and prove to you the numbers that I've gotten from TikTok and how much many sales I've actually made directly from the platform. All right, so you see here my computer screen where I made $3,599 directly from the platform. And you're asking how I did that. In the section where we talk about different videos that I posted and the different strategies I've used, I'll show you guys the 4 videos that I used that drove this traffic. And the reality is 90%, maybe more of this income came from one video specifically, but I think it's important to note I didn't just post one video and get it, but I kept going through that same type of video a few times before I got really good results. But you'll see here $3,599, and probably truthfully, let's go to about the 7th. $50 of this was not TikTok, so the more accurate number is off TikTok I made $3,549. But I also want to point out, and I'll go back to the other number from the first, that I have also generated over 1,000 leads from TikTok to my email list. So building your email list, if you're familiar with online business, is one of the biggest deals when it comes to growing your online business. And I've generated 1,000 leads. So I'm at the top of a handful of hashtags. I've had a few viral videos. I have 8,000 followers, not crazy, but pretty good. I have generated income directly from the platform, and I've also grown my YouTube channel from it. So for all this reason, I think I'm qualified to at least help you guys start processing how you can most effectively use the platform for your online business or simply to make some side money. But while I have my computer screen up, before we go into the next section, please do consider subscribing. I was luckily right, 1.15 subscribers right now. And if you are interested in financial freedom, I would love to play a part and contribute to your journey. So I would encourage you to join this community as we talk and grow towards financial freedom together. That being said, let's jump into the next section. What is TikTok and why should you be using it? So what is TikTok? TikTok was originally an app called Musical.ly. The design was they would put music on the background and do a short 15, 60-second video to that song. It was based on trends, based on popular things in culture at the time, and it was this small app video. So it's been transformed into this thing that is now called TikTok. So the question you might be asking, I get this all the time, Jake, are you doing dancing or singing or some type of video like that? And the answer is absolutely not. If I start dancing, if I start shaking anything, ain't nobody going to watch my videos. But what it actually becomes is you have the opportunity to have a 15 or a 60-second, kind of like a commercial. In fact, it blows my mind. I was talking to someone about it the other day. People pay millions upon millions upon millions of dollars to have an ad played during the Super Bowl, a commercial during the Super Bowl. And yet, through a handful of TikToks, you could actually get more people's eyes on your content absolutely for free. Which brings me into why, if you are running an online business, you are absolutely crazy not to be using TikTok. And there's a handful of reasons for that. One, you should be doing it for your brand. Maybe you do think, and you're wrong if you think this, but maybe you do think it's just kids on the platform. It's the reputation that it has. It's quickly evolving, but the reputation is it's a lot of kids dancing, goofing off, having fun. How is this going to help me as a brand or as a business? But the fact is, you can't get your content or your face in front of more people in an easier way than through TikTok. You can get your face and your brand in front of thousands, if not hundreds, if not millions, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that you would never have the opportunity to do otherwise. So if it was just for branding's sake, just for growing your YouTube channel's sake, it's worth being on TikTok. Another issue that I hear people talk about all the time when it comes to TikTok is because they're so young, they're not even going to fit my brand. They're not going to be interested in the stuff I'm talking about. They're not going to be interested in whatever niche you're in that typically skews older. The reality is, at this point, there are 1.5 billion users on TikTok. And of those 1.5 billion users, the majority are between the ages of 18 and 24, with a significant amount being older than that. So, yes, there was a time where it was predominantly kids, but that's just no longer the case. And it really doesn't take long to see this going through the app. In fact, all the time I come across videos of people talking about where are other people 25 and older, where are other people 30 and older. I'll see parents all the time on TikTok. The app is being populated by so many different types of people, ages of people, everything. And the algorithm will help you. If you're using hashtags while creating your videos, the hashtags and the algorithm will set it to show your content to people who actually want to see it. So you should be on TikTok for branding. You should be on TikTok because it's no longer just for kids. And you should be on TikTok because it is one of the only places that you can still go viral. So Instagram, the organic reach is almost dead. Twitter, the organic reach is dead. Facebook was never really designed to go viral. There's not videos being shared the same way they used to there on Facebook. Even something like YouTube, it's not as easy to go viral as it used to be. In fact, I saw today that 82 years, total time, 82 years worth of content gets uploaded to YouTube every single day. Now, I haven't checked that, but that's what I read. So it is much, much harder to go viral on YouTube. But TikTok, on the other hand, you put a video out there and their algorithm is pushing it to people, not only to your followers, but to random people. And you get your brand and your face in front of people who wouldn't see it otherwise. If you are doing online business, there is no excuse not to be on TikTok. You know what? Maybe you should even be sacrificing some of the other things you're doing, maybe even YouTube videos. Maybe you go from 7 or 5 a week down to 2 a week, down to 3 a week, down to 1 a week in order to take advantage of TikTok while you can, because the reality is that organic reach, the way it is now, will not last forever on TikTok. So please be taking advantage of it while you can. So next we're going to talk about how to make money with TikTok. So what most people are doing is using TikTok as a free traffic source, which is an incredible idea. I mean, we've already hit this, that there's so much traffic opportunity with TikTok. You're getting your face and your brand in front of so many people. It's a great way to drive free traffic. In fact, years down the road, I guarantee you people will be saying they had it so easy back when they had TikTok, because there just aren't free traffic opportunities like that now, again, which is why I think you should be taking advantage of it. So what a lot of people are doing is taking their followers, taking their videos and pointing people to other places. So pointing them to places like YouTube, and then on YouTube, they're going to do things like affiliate marketing. So maybe one of their ways they're making money on YouTube is through YouTube ads. Maybe one way is through affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing simply means that they are selling people's products and services and receiving a commission when they do so. In fact, In the top right corner of the screen, I'll add my playlist. I have a full free course on affiliate marketing. If you want to check it out, I highly encourage it. It's incredibly lucrative, and you guys will enjoy it. So feel free to either check that playlist out, or down in the description, I have a 15-day online business builder challenge that will blow you away and show you how you can earn money online as a full-time business. All that being said, how can you make money on TikTok? So what a lot of people are doing, you're using this traffic to drive it to products, to drive it to affiliate offers, to drive it to something else they're selling. So they're using it as traffic. I finally came to the conclusion, what if I tried to sell directly on the app? So I'll show you my screen later when we get to some of my videos so you guys can see this then. But there are a few things that I started implementing. One, I started in my bio, I would actually leave a link to one of my affiliate offers. My favorite thing to promote is what got me started in online business. This is the one I was just talking about, that 15-day business builder challenge. For $7, you are getting so much value in learning how to start an online business and how profitable it can be. It was a game changer and honestly a life changer for me. So I put that link directly into my bio. So every person who visits my profile immediately sees that link and has the opportunity to click on it. I have statistics for how many people visit my profile. And at this point, I've had tens of thousands of people go to my profile. And if they read my bio, they saw that link. That link allows me to get them as an email lead to potentially sell to them. So I started doing that. The second thing I started doing was in the comments of every video I made, I would put another link, usually the same link, sometimes a different link, but to some affiliate offer. So now I have a link in my bio that people can see. Now I have a link that people can copy and paste. In the comment section, the third thing I started doing was I would start putting those links into my actual videos. Now, not all of them, because at some point it just seems spammy, or it seems like you're always trying to sell something, and that's not my goal. But occasionally I would do a video like my viral funnel, which I'll show you this example in a minute. But I would put the link into the video and then into the comments to drive people that way. So early on, I didn't know if that would actually work. It was something I was just testing. And like you guys saw, me doing that actually led to incredible profit. So again, I'll show you all these examples later, but you can use TikTok as traffic to other places like a blog or YouTube or your website, or you can actually sell directly from it, but you just need to be strategic in how you're using those videos, which we'll get into in just a minute. All right, so now let's talk about the TikTok algorithm. We've talked about what is it, kind of an explanation of what the app looks like and how it works. We've talked about how you can make money with it, and we've talked about why you should be on it. Now let's actually start to look at some of the functionality of the app. Guys, this to me is probably the most important thing, because in a minute when I show you the different strategies I've used, you can't even think about how to implement different strategies if you don't understand how the algorithm works, how the back end is viewing and seeing your content. So I created this at my house on the whiteboard, and I just took a picture of it so I could use it in this video. So here is how the TikTok algorithm works, and we'll do an abbreviated version of this, but it should still explain it fairly well. So there's the centralized cloud, so where all the videos that you create go, or the videos that everyone creates go. These little squiggle lines are going down to individual pieces of content. So each and every one of these are different pieces of content, different videos that you create. Right here, you'll see your own user feed. So you got 3 videos in a row. Here's your one piece of content. The first thing I want us to zone in on, zone in just a little bit, is this area right over here. So once you publish your content, it goes out to a set number of people. Those people, it's boosted. So you'll see right here at the bottom, it's boosted to a certain number of people, and then it's evaluated. There is the metrics, and we're going to get to this in just a second, but there's a goodness score that is calculated based on how many people, we'll look at it in just a second. But there's a goodness score, and that goodness score is evaluated here at evaluation 1. If it's high enough, if it's over the threshold, it gets boosted again, and then it gets evaluated again. If it's over the threshold for evaluation 2, it gets boosted again into evaluation 3, and so on and so on and so on. So what really, really matters when we're talking about the algorithm is what is this goodness score composed of? What actually boosts your score so that when you get to these evaluations, you'll be boosted into the next tier. So these are the things that TikTok actually cares about. Number one is if people rewatch your content. So this is one reason. Again, you'll see some of this in a minute. I struggle with whether to make 60-second videos or 15-second videos. And if you haven't used the app, it's because those are really the two options you're given. You can do more or less, but they have a 15-second option and a 60-second option. So typically with this 15-second option, I can't explain as much as I want to and get enough content in, but I get this rewatch credit a lot with 15-second videos because I say it so fast, I go over content so quickly that people have to rewatch it to really catch everything. So maybe in your strategy, this is something you need to think about. How can you cause people to rewatch your video? Not just once, but multiple times. The second thing, and this is worth 5 points, is completion. Are people actually watching your entire video, or are they watching 10 seconds of it and moving on? This is, again, a big struggle between 60-second and 15-second videos. If it's 15 seconds, people are probably more likely to finish it than if it's 60 seconds long. So completion and rewatch, time spent watching the video, is a big part of how the algorithm is going to deal with your content. Number 3 is shares. So on the right side, there are a handful of buttons. There's a heart, which is obviously your like. There's ... which is your comment section. And then beyond that, or under that, there's a section that has a handful of different options. Things like duet or react or favorite a specific video or share a video via text or email or some other way. I think Instagram might be an option. All of those down there count as different shares. And if people are sharing your content, you'll receive 3 points. Obviously, comments are a pretty simple one. If people are commenting on your content, you're going to get 2 points. This is also why it's extremely important to respond to every comment, because you're more likely to get more responses back from them. And I don't think TikTok's algorithm, I'm not sure on this, but I don't think they count your comments, or it'd be easy to hack, but they do count those responses from people. So commenting and replying to those comments, even when they're negative, might get you pushed into the next evaluation score. And finally, likes. Likes are the least important because they're the easiest to get and because they're the easiest way to cheat the system, which is why those don't get the same type of value. So when you are creating content, this is the stuff you need to be thinking about. Maybe you're making calls to action within your video for people to like your content. Maybe you're asking them a question and asking them to let you know something in the comments. Maybe you're calling them to share it, or maybe you're emphasizing the rewatch or the completion, but there are things that you need to be thinking about. Based on your point total, it's going to be compiled into what is called a goodness score. This goodness score is going to get to an evaluation, and then if you have a high enough score, it's going to push you into the next tier. And obviously, the expectations for each evaluation are different. So here's where you're going to see these different tiers. Now, again, this is the algorithm as it is right now. There might be some fluctuations. In fact, we would expect there to be some changes at some point in the algorithm, but this is what it is right now. In this first tier, you are typically going to get your content pushed to about 500 people. Now, unfortunately, if you have a lot of content that is performing poorly, it's probably going to get pushed out to less. If you have a lot of content that is performing well, it's going to get pushed out to more. And this can change over time, so don't get discouraged if your first bit of content doesn't get realized or doesn't get seen very much. Mine was that way, but you can deal with that over a period of time. So the first tier, you're going to get about a 500. If you pass the evaluation, you're going to get about 1,000 views. If you pass that evaluation, you're going to get more views, and so on and so forth, which is also why you see kind of tiers. If you've ever gone viral, you'll see tiers of jumping. In fact, I made a video a few minutes ago, and I checked it a few times. So I had like 30, 40 views, and then I checked it like 2 minutes later, and it was at 600 or 700. And then I didn't check it for a few minutes, and when I came back, it was at 3,000 or 4,000. Those big incremental jumps are because how many people it gets pushed to in each new tier. And finally, God tier is what people have called it, and just a term that I put on here when it goes super viral. Now, there is also, I don't know why this term is what's been used, but it's what I've seen, so it's what I used on the board, called the Council of Nobles. If it gets too high or super high and starts going crazy, it will go to someone, to like a handful of physical people within TikTok who will evaluate it and decide if it should be sent more viral or if it should start to be shut down. So at that point, people are actually seeing it and touching it themselves. In fact, I actually heard this the other day, and I've seen it in a few places now, and it makes sense from my experience on the app, that in these evaluations, there are checks for certain things. So checks for something like maybe a knife or a gun or stuff that they don't want to see on the platform. And if they see that, they'll either delete your video or completely shut it down from going any farther. So I encourage you to read the terms of service of TikTok, because if you are putting stuff out that they don't like, they're not going to promote it. And I'll mention this in the takeaways as well. But it's important to recognize also you want to be compliant with the app. They are going to push your content out if you are doing the stuff that they want you to do. In other words, if there are things trending, try to find ways to make content within those trending hashtags. It encourages them to push your stuff out because you are promoting the things that they want you to promote. After you have 10,000, 100,000 followers, it's not as big a deal, but early on, that's a great way to get momentum, is by using their trend. So hopefully this makes sense. If there are any questions about the algorithm, drop them into the comments. I did this kind of fast. But I would love to share anything else that you might want to know about the algorithm, and I'll respond to anything you say down in the comments. One more thing I want to note about the algorithm is there's something called a delayed explosion. Now, this is incredibly important because this is why you should not ever delete your content from TikTok. Number one, when you do, you actually get a lower authority score. So when we talk about these tiers, your authority score determines how many people you're originally getting boosted to. So when you're deleting content, other negative things that you do on the app, if you have videos that get deleted by the app, they're probably going to lower your authority score. So we don't want to delete our content. But the reason the delayed explosion is so important is because at any time randomly, the TikTok algorithm will jump into your content and just randomly push it back out to people and give it another shot, almost like you just uploaded it. There is... out of all my research, there is nothing that is signifying what causes that or which videos they'll do that to. But occasionally, they're just going to re-promote some of your content, which we call the delayed explosion. So make sure you are not deleting those past videos. All right, all of that being said, in a minute, I'm going to go through individual videos and show you kind of some of the things I've done. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to pull up the screen record option on my phone. And I've left my screen up, so let me actually shrink this so you'll kind of still be able to see the algorithm if you'd like to. And then hopefully right over here, well, let me turn that off. Right over here, I'm going to, give me a second to make sure I have this the way I want it. All right, so on the right side of this screen is where I'm going to show you guys the screen record that I am about to start right now. 3, 2, 1. All right, so let's start at the top of my page. Hopefully at this point you guys are seeing it over there. So like I said, at the very, very top, you're going to notice in my bio, there's a subscribe on YouTube. That's one of the first things I promote because when I first started with this, my only goal was to get people to my YouTube channel. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit in the takeaway section. But I want to challenge some of you who started just thinking about YouTube, just trying to promote people away from this. There is benefit, though I think YouTube is the long-term play for sure. There's benefit to actually giving value here. If you are always making a sales pitch, if you are always pushing somewhere else, people don't want to watch that content. Like there are people who make some really good content on here, within the affiliate marketing world, within the marketing world in general. But I know that they are never going to finish the point and they're always going to push me to their YouTube channel. So I don't want to watch their videos because I know they're never going to be finished. So think about that. There might be some value in providing full value in a video. And when people fall in love with you, when people follow you, when people connect with you, then let's push them to YouTube. Let's not push to YouTube every video, but once in a while. Sorry, that's kind of a side note. But you're going to see at the top, subscribe on YouTube. And there's a cool option directly. I'm pointing directly to the button. If I push that button, I can send people to my Instagram or to my YouTube channel. That being said, let's scroll down to the bottom. I'll kind of walk you through some of the different strategies I've implemented, what's changed, what's worked, what's hadn't, and then we'll go to individual videos in a few minutes. So at the very bottom, you're going to see very awkward pictures of me staring off into the distance because for whatever reason, I thought that was a good idea. and I would introduce these videos as, my name is Jake. This is how to make money as a teenager part 1. My thought was the app is built for teenagers, so it would make sense to do videos specifically on how to make money as teenagers. You'll see none of these videos did very well. I think those 6 videos, or at least there's 6 parts. I either got to part 9, that's part 9, I believe. And nope, it got up to 9 parts. So 9 different parts of how to make money online. None of them did well. So here's the first thing that you should think about. If you are creating videos that aren't doing well, 4, 10, whatever, a pretty decent amount, it's time to change up what you're doing. It's time to try something different. So 6 straight videos of how to make money online as a teenager didn't perform very well. Not bad. I mean, a couple hundred views, and I'm even say this to those of you who aren't getting a ton, but you're getting 3, 4, 500 views. Those are views that you would not get otherwise. Still value 200 or 300 views, because it's real easy to make these and you're still getting your face and brand in front of people. So please don't undervalue. No matter how many you're getting, it's still valuable. So I did it 6 times. Number 7 up here with me closing my eyes is me doing more of like a conversational video. It's a little different. So it was me trying something different. And then I went into, all right, let's put words on the screen from the very beginning so people aren't immediately scrolling. Here's maybe the most important thing I can tell you guys. The thing you should be thinking about when creating a video is these words: how do I stop the scroll? When someone is scrolling through videos, you typically have 1 to 2 seconds to get their attention, or they're scrolling on to the next thing. That's the way the app is designed to be. So you want to catch their attention quick. So my thought was, let's use some words. Maybe I'll get their attention and keep it for a little bit longer. Again, those did slightly better, but not much significance. The next one here, you'll see I actually tried to use a trend. So I don't know how that audio is going to be because I think I just doubled it up. But with that video, that was just, it's showtime was a hashtag trend, and the sound, the audio was a trend. So again, I tried it, just try something new, see if I get any results. Didn't get much from it. The next 2, one was promoting a Christmas video that I did on my YouTube channel, and the next one was another Merry Christmas thing. I figured, hey, The Office might get some traction, and it did not. So you'll see, at this point, I'm struggling, right? Like, I've made, how many? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 videos and done nothing. And let me encourage you guys, no matter how many videos you were doing it, any video, the next video could always go viral. So please, please, please just be consistent. Keep posting. And I wasn't posting as much as I should at this point. I was getting discouraged. But keep posting, and you might get your breakthrough on the next video. So here's what you're going to see in the next video. You're going to see a split screen, the bottom one in the middle. My next thought was you can duet or react to other people's videos. This is specifically a duet. So again, I know my algorithm over here, I'm aiming for rewatch and completion. So this is a 15-second video. All right, I'm going to try to play them, and if I need to go over this later, I'll do this differently.
Ways to make money part 8 until 1,000 followers. Buy a 24 case of water for $7. Go to a football, basketball, or baseball game. Buy 10 cases, sell each bottle for $1. 240 bottles, make $170 profit.
All right, I understand my videos are cringy. That is what it is. This is why you can do better than I've done. But with that video, my thought process was, okay, someone needs to watch the right side. And this is an account that's done very, very well. He's got, I think, 300,000 followers, gets a ton of views, a ton of likes on his videos, so it's doing something for people. So my thought, people will watch his video, and then they'll watch it again to see what I say about it, which means they've completed it and rewatched the whole thing at least once. I'm not adding a lot, but I'm adding just something new onto the original video. So you'll see, I did this 2 more times. My first time going over 1,000 views on that first one. Excuse me. My next one, I went over 10,000. My first one over 10,000. And the next one got up to 82,000, and for a long time was my best video. So let me show you guys this one.
Ways to make money part 3 until 1,000 followers. Go to wish.com, buy a free item, take better photos of it, post it on letgo.com, set whatever price you want, Charge triple what Wish.com charge. Ways to make.
Stupid simple video, right? Like there's nothing complex about that. It's a pretty boring video if you ask me. And yet, what I just said is what happened. People watched one side. In fact, they probably didn't fully understand it, so they watched that one side 2 or 3 times to get what was going on, and then they went over to my side and saw places where they could sell, so they'd watch it 1, 2, or 3 more times. I'm also going to suggest it's helpful if you can do things that might even cause people to leave negative comments. People are more likely to leave negative comments than positive comments. And I know people hate doing this, but if you do something that's going to cause negative comments, it is going to up your evaluation. So it's something worth thinking about. So that one is my most popular video up until that point. You'll see the next one, and this looks like it's the first time I start doing this. So on that first time, I went over 1,000 views, and on my 82,000 views, they had something in common. It was the fact that it was starting with a screen. So I'll show you this on my screen later. In fact, we'll just see it here on the app. But I started to implement a lot of these. So you'll see these videos that don't start with my face, but they start with a picture of my computer screen. So the reason I started doing that was going back to that idea of you need to figure out a way to stop the scroll. The reality is, I do this all the time. If there is someone who is talking who does not immediately catch my attention, and very few do, I'm going to keep scrolling. So what this does is you're scrolling through the app, you're seeing face, 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 and then you see words on a screen. And just instinctively, because it's different, it's going to catch your attention for a little bit longer. So something like this video right here, they see the word bank. They want to know how can you make bank, and I'm probably going to be able to get them to finish at least a 15-second video. So this is the first time I did that. I'll show you that one.
I'm going to show you guys how to make bank. First thing you're going to do is go to liquidation.com. This site sells in bulk by the truckload, pallet, or small package. Then you're going to find a good product that you can resell. We'll use the Xbox One wireless controller. When you get to this page, you're going to look at View Manifest. On the manifest, we see we are getting 25 Xbox controllers. The current bid is $230. Our bid would be $240 for 25 controllers. Then we're going to go to eBay.com to see how much these controllers are selling for. We're going to type in Xbox One controller and scroll down to the bottom, and on the left side, we're going to click Sold Items. We're going to see what they're selling for on eBay and realize that like 40 of these have sold in the past 24 hours. So we're going to sell 25 for $30 a piece, make $750, and we only spent $240.
All right, so you'll see with that video, that was a 60-second video. It was engaging enough that I had a lot of people finish it and even rewatch it. But that was my first success with doing, okay, let's start with the computer screen, get the engagement, and go from there. But also something that's happening by this point is because of my use of hashtags, and the algorithm is finding people who are watching those same hashtags. So be intentional with the hashtags you're using. Don't go using a bunch of random stuff because you're trying to narrow down the algorithm to target your specific audience. I then did a duet with Gary Vee, which I was really surprised didn't do better than it did. I started doing some other videos. I started trying to use my whiteboard and implement that. I saw it worked for other people. That's another huge tip. Make sure you are copying successful people. Don't word for word do exactly what they did, but implement some of the same things, because if it worked for them, it might work for you. So you can go back and check out some of these videos. My make money from free wood pallets was a good one that got a good response. Selling sneakers is a passion of mine, so I do a lot of videos around that. You'll see this one up in the top right corner right there. And the one, oh, where is it? Bottom left corner right there. Both of those were very intentionally pointing toward my YouTube channel. I figured those people who were following me had watched enough of my videos that I could pitch directly to them to go check out my YouTube. I try to mix it up. I have found that starting with a shot of my computer is more engaging and gets better response most of the time. But because my branding is me, because that's what my YouTube channel is, I want to have a good mixture of straight pictures of my screen and putting myself into the video. So you'll see right there with the 5 best affiliate marketing programs, the one on the bottom. That was me starting to pitch my YouTube course So occasionally, I'm not just doing ones where all the value is in the video. Occasionally, I'm leaving something out and pushing people over to my YouTube channel, but I'm trying to do a mixture. Every once in a while, I'll try something different. So the one on the bottom middle right now was me trying some type of game that would hopefully engage more comments. I didn't get a ton there like I wanted to. I tried something different. The one here on the bottom left now is just a picture of a handful of different thumbnails. In fact, I'll kind of show you this one. I just did a popular song in the background and flashed up a handful of different thumbnails. Again, this was one trying to point to my YouTube channel. If any of these pique your interest, head over and check them out. I tried a quote. This one actually, I did the same song for this, which I probably shouldn't have. But just something catchy enough that it's different. Again, stopping the scroll. You don't see a lot of this on TikTok, and there's a reason for that. And because it's different, someone's going to stop and read it. It's 15 seconds. It's quick. And I got pretty good like response from it. It did give me at least over 1,000. And you'll see a lot of the same stuff. One of the ones that should have done a lot better than what it did, this one in the bottom right now, was kind of a synopsis of the algorithm and how to go viral. So again, you'll see a lot of the same things. The one in the bottom left, 3 online businesses to make bank. I think this one did fairly well because it's a countdown. So anything where you were saying there's a specific number that you were setting for people want, once they commit to watching some of it, they want to see all of it. So if I'm counting down from 3, 2, 1, if they've watched 3 and 2, they're going to want to know what the number 1 is. So implementing that might be a good strategy. You'll see I use that again for my top 3 TikToks. I repost every once in a while. Maybe once you're 20 videos away from it, maybe a couple weeks away from it, it's not a bad idea to repost something just to see if you can get more traction on it. Typically, I haven't had a ton of success with that, but this is the point where I started trying to get a little more intentional inputting links. So I'll show you this one.
Free book that you do not want to miss. Guys, this book helped me get started making my online business, and it's definitely worth the price of free. Just head over here and pick up your free book. You will not regret it.
So that's what I told you earlier. I implemented a link directly into the video so someone could go check out this link and pick it up. I use Bitly. It shortens the link, makes it a little simpler, easier to put into videos like this so people can quickly access it. It also allows me to track those links to see if people are clicking on it. So I did have some people click on it directly or type it in directly from TikTok. Here's another one, and I'll talk while this one's going. This is a stupid video. It irritates me. But it's also a trend going on at the time. TikTok pumps it up a little more than they typically would because it's a trend, and that something stupid like that got 3,000 views, and that helps maybe get some new people onto your page. So again, you'll see a lot of those same patterns. Tried something here with a giveaway, didn't get much success from it. Tried to start mixing up my colors, adding pictures to get a little more engagement. Right here, I tried something different with the very front. My thought there was I'm always using the computer screen. Let's do just a picture of actually my wood cabinet right up here and just put the words on with text. Now here comes in these next few videos I'm about to show you are where I actually made the money directly from TikTok. So I'm not going to show you all 4 of them, but it's the one on the bottom right, the bottom middle, the middle right, and then the one directly above that says how to earn $2,000 on autopilot, and that one has 93,000 views. So let me show you the first one.
How to make over $1,000 in one day. This is crazy. My buddy just made over $1,000 in 24 hours with a completely done-for-you system. You guys have got to go check this out. Feel free to use either link.
So, super simple. Talked about with Jonathan Montoya, the success he had with this funnel. Showed it to people, showed the results that he had, and then I did a couple updates. So as he published updates and told us about what the funnel was doing for him, I did 2 more updates. On when he showed updates, I did an update as well. So you'll see that video in the bottom middle and the right, bottom middle and middle right. And both of those got pretty good. One went over 10,000, the other went over 2,000. But here's the one that really went crazy. Oops. Let me show you right here.
How to earn $2,000 on autopilot. All you have to do is set it up and it will make money for you. Just so you guys can see how it works, it made $1,000 in the first 24 hours. Then the next day was up to over $1,300, and it's now over $2,000 and still rising. So let me explain to you how this actually works. So you're going to follow this link right here. Then it's going to take you over to this page. On this page, we have two options. Either you can have the template set up for you for $37, or set it up yourself completely for free. If you decide to set it up for yourself, you will have these training videos telling you how to set it up completely for free. Then once you have it set up, you can let it go and start making money for you. If you want to know how to make $2,000 on autopilot, just head over to this link.
Incredibly simple video, and that video made me $3,500 and I guess $49, not $99, because people used that link. They went over, and what I love, and I made a full video about this if you want to go check it out on my YouTube channel. I'm not going to go into all the details of it. One thing I loved about it, though, is someone could do that completely for free. Like, this isn't me scamming somebody. This isn't me trying to get you into some weird system. Literally everything that people are paying for is just speeding up the process. You could do all of that for free, which I think is really cool, and it makes it fun for me to promote. But anyways, if you want to know specifically about that funnel, head over, I believe, if you can still see this and it's not covered, it's this video right here that says $2,000 on autopilot, and I walk you through the actual funnel. But that video got 7,444 likes, and it's still growing. It got 119 comments. I responded to, I believe, every single one of them, and it has made good income so far, and it will continue to, because it is ranking. I think it's the top video on like 5 or 6 different hashtags and ranking on a ton, because almost always hashtags are based upon likes. I've seen a few exceptions that I don't fully understand, but almost always when you look at hashtags, they are ordered based on the number of likes that video has gotten. All right, so after this, how to earn $2,000 on autopilot, a lot of these videos are pretty similar to what I've already talked about. I started doing some of my affiliate marketing course summaries just to kind of get them out there. They haven't had great responses, but over 1,000 views, again, to point people toward my YouTube channel. Something else I want to point out on a lot of these videos, I actually add youtube.com/Jake Thornhill into the video. You can see it right there on the bottom of that one, and you'll see that on a lot of them. Yes, they could come to my profile and click it there, but what that does is just give them a reminder that if they like the video, maybe they go and check out the YouTube channel. So I like, even if I'm not making a call to action, at least putting it there so they can see it. Obviously, when you put something like $2,000 on autopilot, a video about that, people call it scammy because they don't understand it and all of that. So I did another video that addressed it and that talked about it there on the bottom middle. 2 more videos. I started doing one other thing. A new thing I'm doing now is the quote of the day. My hope with that is I'm probably not going to bring a lot of new followers in, but maybe people who are already following me want that quick quote. They're usually 15 seconds, a quote, and then 1 or 2 sentences about it. So my hope is that it brings people back to my page consistently and intentionally, just so they can check out that quote. We'll see if that works. I'm going to try it for a little while. I want to show you guys 2 more videos, and then we'll head to the takeaway section. This is one. Now, that's one of those videos that I think should have performed better than it did, purely because it was following a trend. The music was a trend. The hashtag was a trend. And it still might do a little better than what it's doing. But that one allowed me to talk about Legendary Marketer and to get that link in, to talk about my YouTube channel, and to follow a trend. I loved what I was able to do there. Also, because it was so quick, it should cause people to rewatch. Sometimes it just doesn't perform as well as you want it to, but the strategy is there in the background. I reposted the bank one you'll see in the middle, and the last one I want to show you is one that I did maybe 2 hours ago, right before I started shooting this video. And I took this one. This is what I want to encourage you guys to do. Be intentional, looking which videos are performing well by other people and re-implement them in your own style. Her name is Grace. Did this pretty much the same type of video. She probably did it better than what I did, but she did it, and I believe last I checked, it's sitting at the top of a lot of hashtags, and it has 24,000 likes. I don't know how many views, but 24,000 likes is nuts. And the video was simply titled Jobs You Can Get Without a College Degree. And something that she did that I didn't, I almost wish I did, is, let me show you the video first.
5 jobs that don't require a college degree. Number 5 is computer programmer. Number 4 is a nuclear power reactor operator. Number 3 is commercial pilot. Number 2 is air traffic controller. Number 1, affiliate marketer. That's the one. 5 jobs.
So, let me turn that video off. Sorry, back to just my face. So what she did with that video was her number 2, her second to last one, was dog walker, and she said you can make $100,000 doing it. Now, I'm sure she did her research. I'm sure that was accurate. I don't know where she got that number from, but I believe it was true. But, of course, people were like, there's no way you can make $100,000 as a dog walker. And her comment section lit up because no one believed it. So putting something that people aren't going to believe, that are going to cause people to comment, are going to drive up the amount of people it gets boosted to. So I thought that was a brilliant idea. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it did a very, very good job for her. And I know it got her a lot of YouTube subs because she had a call to action at the end. The reason I liked the way, the reason I did the video the way I did it, you'll see a lot of elements to it. Using those different offices, maybe it would inspire more comments. Hey, I like this office. Why is this going on in this office? All of that. There's a lot going on in the video. My thought was it would cause people to rewatch it. It would cause them to at least finish it because the topic is very interesting. And then there was also a call to action with my affiliate marketing stuff. So I think that was a good video. Hopefully we'll see how it does. But I was imitating her because she had a lot of success with it. And I did it into my own style that I thought would relate to my audience and would be fitting for my personal brand. So that's a lot of the stuff that I do with my TikToks, and I'm constantly researching and trying new stuff and testing to see what else will work. That being said, if you have any questions about any of those, why I did any of what I did, I will be more than happy to answer them. Head over to Jake the 3, check out any of the videos you want, and I will let you guys know any questions you may have. I will be more than happy to answer those in the comments. That being said, let's jump into the last section and talk about the takeaways from everything we've talked about up until this point. All right, so this brings us to the top takeaways of this full TikTok training. I want to apologize if the last section, the screen recording was a little off because I had to reshoot it, and I had added a new video, so the numbers were off, the videos were off, so I apologize for that. But let's get into these top takeaways before we finish up. I could talk about 20 different takeaways after everything we've talked about in this video, but I wanted to highlight just a couple that I want to encourage you to think about. Number 5, I'm only going to do 5. Number 5, use trending songs and hashtags. So especially when you're first getting started, do what the TikTok algorithm wants you to do. When you use the songs that are trending and the hashtags that are trending, they are going to tend to promote your content more than they would otherwise. So let me encourage you to use what is trending, and then once you get a big following, you can go more in the direction that you want to go and make the exact videos that you want to make, but early on, use some trending hashtags and songs. Number 4, this should be your focus with every single video you make. Think about the algorithm, think about what we talked about with the metrics and what the algorithm is looking for, and learn how to stop the scroll. Once you've been on the app for a little while, think about how do you process the app? Like, what makes you stop? When you're scrolling through and watching different stuff, what would cause you to stop, listen, and engage with a piece of content? And that's what you want to create for your potential customer or potential follower. Number 3, consider giving full value. We talked about this a little bit, but a lot of people want to say, hey, I have a YouTube channel and I talk about this subject on this YouTube channel in this video, so go over there. Or maybe they give like half of the video. They give some of the points, but they don't give everything. I want to encourage you to consider doing some of everything. So I mentioned earlier that if someone just continually doesn't give the entire story in the TikTok video, I don't watch their TikToks anymore because I know they're always pointing me to YouTube and I'm not going to go watch the YouTube video. So sometimes give full value in the TikTok. Sometimes give most of it, and maybe there's one thing that's like missing that you could add on in the YouTube video, and then other times point to the YouTube. But consider once in a while giving full value in the TikTok video. This one's important. When you think about the algorithm, it makes sense. According to Gary Vee, and in my experience, I believe this is true, you cannot over post. He actually says, he suggests posting anywhere from 8 to 13 times a day on this app. And it makes sense because if you're following more than about 20 people, you really don't see that much of their content. Now, a lot of people are following 50, 100 people. And even if you're living on the left side, not the For You side, but the side of the people you're following, you're going to miss a lot of content that they are producing. If you're on the For You side, you're not going to see much of at all of the people you follow. So the way the algorithm works, you're really not going to bombard your followers. You're not going to bombard other people, so it doesn't hurt. The more you post, the more you get your name out there, the more your face and your brand is in front of new people, you'll be able to grow your YouTube channel, your brand, your TikTok, whatever you're trying to grow. So consider posting more than you usually would. And finally, and this might be the most important, be consistent. Make sure, even if it's only 2 or 3 videos a day, do 2 or 3 videos every day. Do 1 video every day. Be consistent in your posting. That way, when someone goes back to your page, maybe they think about you 2 days later. But if you haven't posted any new content, they're not going to come back to your channel again. So continue to post over and over and over again, even if you're not seeing results, because it just takes 1 video. So I also added have fun here because in reality, if you don't have fun, you're not going to continue to do it. So make sure that you enjoy the content you're making. Have fun. Maybe even be goofy. Just do stuff that you enjoy doing. It gets your personality. It gets your brand out there, and it allows you to connect with like-minded people. So be consistent and be fun. You might have noticed that this video is on a different day. If you look down here in the bottom right, it's a different day, different time. I didn't get to finish the video the other day, but the one perk of that is I get to show you one final update. The funnel is continuing to make money. No longer as I think it was at 3,499 or something like that when I started this video the other day, and it is now up to 4,334. So hopefully you guys are taking advantage of all that TikTok has to offer for branding, for growing your YouTube channel, for generating leads, and even for direct sales. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I hope it was a lot of value to you. I know a lot of people are asking questions about TikTok, and I have been blessed that I have been able to use it effectively up to this point. So please, I am more than welcome to answer any question that you have. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. Otherwise, please, I ask you again to hit the like button on this video. Also, subscribe and hit the bell notification so you know about future videos that I put out. Guys, I hope this training was helpful for you. Again, please drop in the comments with any questions, and I'll get back to you as fast as I possibly can. Appreciate you guys, and thank you for being a part of this community.